Hi, long time no see or hear. I hope that you're doing well and you've been well. And welcome to this session. Very short, but I believe apt. Apt is the word. I hope there's no background noise that's too much and you can hear me. So I'm in Eldoret, sunny day, beautiful day, and I hope that you're well whatever time you're watching this. So anyway, today is a big day. It's the full moon in Sagittarius, and I would actually like to talk about full moons and why full moons are important in at least my neck of the woods. So, in esoteric studies and like past cultures and everything, the moon has always been revered as a very instrumental body in astrology and also in metaphysics. So the moon, it goes through 4 phases, right? It's like new moon, waxing, waning, full moon, or somewhere in between. But it goes as a cycle for 28 days or so, right? And in esoteric and in the metaphysical, those cycles are very important and they represent a different type of energy. And depending on which sign the moon is in astrology, it carries the energy of that specific sign when because the moon goes around the earth, yeah. So when it goes through different astrological signs, it picks up the energy, it reflects the energy of that specific sign. I think that's actually what happens. It reflects the energy onto the planet, right? So because the moon is a reflective tool, right? So when we have the moon being new, it in metaphysics it represents a newness, and then when you have the moon being full, it represents an ending. So like the ending of the cycle, right? The ending of the monthly cycle, the month cycle. And interestingly enough, in ancient traditions and even now, like in a lot of beliefs, the women's cycles are also known as moon time, which mirrors what the moon does. Like on you have 4 phases. As women, we have like 4 phases of a cycle. So you go through like the end of your period, or the end of a period, and then you have when you're starting to rejuvenate and go up, and then you get to the maximum point, and then you go down again. So it's like the end of the cycle, which is like a period, is usually known as a full moon, and that's where we shed the uterine lining, and which is also considered as a very, in esoteric and metaphysical studies, women are considered as very can I say holy or sacred, in the sense that every woman stores energy in their womb. Like your heart and your womb are connected. If you're a man, also just listen. You're also special, but like for us, the cycle is connected to the womb. So in every month, a woman can have the emotions stored in her womb. Like everything that a woman goes through, everything we go through, it gets stored in the womb. And that's why, like sometimes for women, if they can relate, like if you have your period and you're stressed, you feel worse, cramps. And also it said that when we are carrying children, we are very mindful about the energies that we surround ourselves with, because like it transfers into the womb. So at the end of every month for a woman, and also just mirroring what the planet does, the moon does, which at this point I should say, in astrology and metaphysics and esoteric studies, the moon is considered feminine and the sun is considered masculine. So men, according to like metaphysics, men operate on a daily cycle, while women operate on a moon cycle, like the sun cycle for men and the moon cycle for women. So for a woman and for the moon, like the full moon or at the end of your period, you shed out everything that you release, everything that was stored, right? And using that same analogy, when it comes to the moon and the moon is full, it's time for a release. Basically, that's the whole point. So today is a full moon in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is a very cool sign. Like, I love Sagittarians. My best friend is a Sagittarian. Hi. And like, I love Sagittarians, and in astrology, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is the biggest planet on the, like, in the solar system, right? So it has a lot of power and a lot of energy. And Sagittarius is a sign of learning, it's a sign of travel, it's a sign of adventure. And what people say that Sagittarians are very adventurous and travel minded, but they're also very wise. And they usually explore philosophical studies. That's what in astrology, that's how they're typed. So, but for now, for tonight, the moon will be in the sign of Sagittarius, which is the biggest, which is the most, like, because of Jupiter being the planet that is influencing, that rules Sagittarius. There's a lot of energy there tonight, like, apart from every other moon. So I guess maybe tonight is a special evening, and maybe that's the recording. So there's going to be a lot of energy tonight. And if, for instance, you're sensitive to the moon cycles, maybe you're feeling weak and tired today, or agitated, or like you want to explore, it depends on how if you're a person who's intuitive and sensitive, the moon cycles usually affect such people. I know I am to an extent, but so yeah. So for tonight, what full moon thing that you could do is do a release ritual. Like, for instance, like, it doesn't have to be anything like woo woo, and it doesn't mean like it's witchcraft, because I know, guys, but like, you can just reflect, especially if there are things that have been coming up in the last month. You can just reflect on what it is that you need to release from your life, whether it comes to work, like your habits, if it comes to like how you relate to people, if it comes to like something that has been repeating in your life, like such thing. It's a great time for us to release. So for me, I know personally, I also have stuff that I'm releasing. And for, if you're deep into astrology, you could check which house your Sagittarius is in, or is affected by Sagittarius, and see what theme that is. So for instance, for me, it's in the 7th house, which is my north node, which is my purpose, and it's in relationships. So it's a matter of like questioning a lot of like what it is in my relationships I need to release, and also just generally what it is that we need to release. So yeah, that's like, I don't think I've ever done anything about a full moon, but yeah, here it is. And bonus points if you decide to burn, like, you can write down all those things and do like a symbolic burning, like, just because even Sagittarius is a fire sign, a symbolic burning of whatever. So you can write down the list of like things you want to let go of, feelings, thoughts, patterns. If you want to ask for forgiveness from people, or like if you want to let go of people, you can just write them down, and then you can release. And I hope that this I feel like powerful moon is going to give you the opportunity to start anew, to have new beginnings in your life and in everything that you do. And yeah, I wish you the best, and I hope to see you again soon. I don't know when I'll record the next one, but yeah, have a good one and take care.